You had mentioned getting close to that 120 mark at least. They've got 5 deliveries left. Looks a far way away from here. Muscles us down the ground. They're going to look for 2. They'll settle for 1. And at this point, well, that's not the right man you want to face the last 4 deliveries.
No, I think they needed to run. I think he needed to sacrifice his wicket, Unish, by just touching and going. They would have got the single anyway, even if he was run out. But Nandan needed to be the man on strike, unless this man's been hiding something. You know, I said at least 120. I can't see how they're going to get there, even with 4 deliveries. They might need an inside edge past the keeper's left hand for 4, or maybe now an outside edge now that deep third's been brought up inside the 30-yard circle.
He's come down the track. He gets it through the offside, and they pick up 2. Brings him back on strike.
Not a great batting performance from the Yaks today, unfortunately, because they were so good yesterday in posting their highest total. Their big players really came to the party. Kosawala at the top, brought in for that playoff match. He was superb at the top, and then rounded off by the Basistos and the Waltons of this world, but didn't fire today.
Moving across the stumps, he finds a healthy edge. He'll take it. Finally picks up a boundary for his side, Unish.
It's the one place where you felt they could score a boundary, because they don't have the power to hit the ball out the ground in front of the wicket. A little bottom edge, the man's up inside the 30-yard circle. Bit of a Sydney Harbour Bridge here, really. Dives over the top of it.
Just the 9 4s and the 3 6s in this entire innings. Uses his feet again, and he gets a good piece of bat on that one. It's going to run away for 4 more. Where was this earlier when he was facing all the dot balls?
Mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. There's a whole different intent. All you can think is that the message was, look, we can't afford to get bowled out, so just stick around and then maybe take it on in the last over. Maybe the bolts will make an error and bowl Jimmy Neesham instead of Shermala.
He's got 1 delivery to come to capitalize. It's going to be an appeal, and it's going to be an easy decision. That was crashing into the stumps. And it's also going to be the end of Unish Thakuri at the end of this innings. 20 overs gone. The first innings brings on 118 for 9 for the Yaks.
Just probably crashing into leg stump. Neesham was confident. So was the umpire. That's all that actually matters. Ben Mike, the man not in the starting 11, having a few words with Jimmy Neesham. But the Bolts will be more than happy with their afternoon's performance. Yesterday was a poor day for these men who'd played such good cricket during the group stages. They found their form with the ball today. Now just some runs to get, and a final will await. Surely not a difficult task for them, because the Yaks have been found wanting today with the bat. Dev Karnali at the top, a start for him. We were all hoping that he would show us the quality that we know that he possesses. No runs today from Basisto and Walton, and that might have been an issue. Gulshan Jar hit some lusty blows, but in the end, 118 for 9.
It was a struggle through and through for this batting lineup. A bit of a highlight between Dev Karnali and Zishan Maksud up at the top. 37 off 26 in that partnership. And then in the bottom, Gulshan Jah and Sompal Kami, 22 off 17, but not much else to talk about in terms of partnerships. The bowlers have been tidy for the most part, and they've picked up wickets when it's mattered. Harsh Thakur started things off, picked up 1 for 13. Lalit Rajabanshi, good as usual, picks up 2 wickets and goes at just 5.5 runs and over. Mahato was expensive today, however Nisham's 2 and Mohsin's 2, along with Shermala's 1, helped close things off in style in this first innings as they chase 119.
I think they would have been happy that they were inserted at the toss of the coin, the Yaks, but unfortunately their hero from their playoff game, Khalsawala, went for 1. Zishan was brought up the order to bat at number 3, with Dev Kunal also found himself back at the top of the order before he holed out to deep square leg for 24. Basisto, who's been in such form throughout the tournament, knew he had plenty on his shoulders and he needed a little bit of support. It wasn't to come from Zishan Maksud with a little under edge before a lovely bit of bowling by Rashbansi. From here on in, it was all about the bowlers of the belts.
It really was, as the wickets continued to tumble. Gulshan Jah tried to get some runs for himself, and he did. He got 25 of them. And then there was, well, this moment right here. Arjun, the 1 to go. And Gulshan Jah, the lone man standing, he struck a few really